Hi and hello everyone. I'm Jitendra Gurjani, an ERP project manager and a consultant passionate about helping the business organization to implement and manage the ERP system. Over the years, I have been opportunity to work in many industries where I have been helping them to achieve their business objectives and needs and also optimize their business processes and thereby transforming to the digital transformation. Today, I am very excited to share about the important topic that is project methodology for ERP success in 2025. Choosing the right project methodology is absolutely critical for any ERP business here and also for the success. Poor methodology will definitely lead to the delays, increase the cost, and sometimes even the project failure. In this video, we will break down how the most effective methodology and how we can explore them, why to use them, and how it will impact the business processes. So let's get started here. Now, first of all, we will understand what is a project methodology. So, in simple terms, it is a set of the rules, tools, and the process that guide a project from start to finish. It helps and guides the team and client through the structured project journey here. It clearly defines the task, the roles, the timelines, the budget expectation, the risk, the methodology, so that it removes the confusion and setting the right path. So that is very important that before initiating the project, we need to understand what is the project objectives, what are the project purpose, who will be the what will be the deliverables, what will be the project objectives, who will be the project champion, what will be the communication plan, what would be the risk factors here. So everything we need to understand in this project before initiating any of the project here. Now let's start it. What are the different methods of the project, right? It means if you want to start a project, what are the kind of methods you need to start or what kind of the methods to adopt, and it completely depends upon the nature of the assignment or the nature of the job or the nature of the what you can say as an assignment which we have received from the client, the deliverables, the team size. So all it depends upon, and based on that we select the different types of methodology. So let's get started with the waterfall methodology here. Now, what is a waterfall methodology? Now, here in this waterfall methodology, the it follows a very strict sequence here. It means that these are the various tasks. So the task starts in a very sequential way and a very strict pace way. For example, and in what we can say in a very sequential manner. For example, let us understand that we have a four tasks. For example, design, development, testing, and deployment. So the first cycle starts from the design. Let's say how to achieve the goals. For example, that would be the task description. Then development, that is how to build the solution. Then the testing, and then the final deployment. It means like in this waterfall methodology, the task has to be followed in a more sequential manner. We cannot directly jump into the second or the third task. So if you see here in the waterfall methodology, it starts first the requirement gathering, then designing, then development, the testing, and the deployment. And this is based for the project where we have a clear fixed scope, okay, and where it offers the clear stages and the documentation, but it is very difficult to make the changes once started. So where the documentations and where the stages and the task and everything has been aligned, where the fixed scope has been aligned, we expect that there would be no change in the further scope of the requirements, then definitely this type of a methodology is more suitable. Then coming to the second methodology, which we called as an agile methodology. Definitely agile methodology works in a sprint. It means it works into a sprint or a short cycle. It means the tasks are divided into the short cycle. And there would be definitely a sprint planning which we can decide and complete it in 2 or 4 weeks. Basically it is for a short duration like 1 week, 2 week, or 3 week, or 4 week, and based on that definitely we can achieve that. On based on the weekly planning we can achieve, okay, this is what we have been achieved, this task have been accomplished. So agile methodology is basically works where the iteration is continuously happening, where the process changes or the changes in the solution in the deliverables happens continuously, and this is basically for a shorter duration, and it provides the working solution after the sprints. So it does not depend unless and until the first phase is completed, we cannot initiate to the second phase. So all the cycles or all the tasks can be run parallelly. So that is what we called as the agile methodology. And here if we have to evaluate the progress and the adopt. So let's say if we are completing with the first phase, we can directly move to the second phase, and definitely testing and the other deployment will start, will be on the progress and will be on the parallelly run for the first task also. So this agile methodology is based for the project where it is with the changing requirement, which also is very important because this methodology offers the flexibility and consistent client feedback. So suppose if you have completed one task, definitely it will, we need to take a feedback from the client, okay, whether this has been how that progress is working, and we need to take the let's say the testing from them, okay, whether they have approved the testing. So it requires the continuous client involvement and the project team or the sprint members or the sprint team members. So this is the second methodology, that is the agile methodology. So most of the companies right now is following like agile methodology, where for a small let's say for the small duration we can achieve some of the tasks, and then we can move to the next cycle. And definitely in this phase or in this methodology, the project can be achieved faster. Then we have a third and fourth method which called as a Scrum and the Kanban method. Now Scrum is where it's a structural agile methodology with a defined goals. Here the product owner will be there, the Scrum master will be there, the development team will be there. So product, every team will be working accordingly as per their own roles and the responsibilities. So like product owner will prioritize the work, the Scrum master will definitely guide the process here, and the development team will work, will develop the particular, let's say the task or the what we can say is an execution, and then it will finally execute the particular deployment here. So the structural agile methodology works with very definite roles, and it works in a time box sprints and daily stand-ups meetings happens. Okay, okay, what other task status has been done from each member gets presented from them. So that is a Scrum framework. And then we come with the Kanban methodology. It is nothing but actually what we call, it is a visual workflow methodology, or it is a visual workflow of the project here. Now, like if you see in the Japanese, we call it as a sticker view, like a sticker here, sticker board. Same thing, the Kanban board comes with here, where we can get a progress of the each status of the task here. So there will be 4 to 5 columns, like whether this task is in progress or it has been completed or it has been on hold. So you can see it will be divided into 3 4 columns, and then we can see okay, where this particular project or a task is in which status. So that is a Kanban board with the columns are there, and definitely continuous flow of tasks will be there, and then we can move that particular task to the completed or to the on hold or to in progress. So such kind of a methodology we follow in the Kanban methodology. So that is what we, so it is best for ongoing support and the maintenance work. So that methodology is where is best suited where you have ongoing support and the maintenance type of a project here. Now, how this, what are the different methodology which are running on a trend in this 2025? So there many companies are right now following the hybrid methodology, which will combine the waterfall and the agile execution. So for the ideal, it is very ideal for the large projects where it needed a structured and the flexibility. So where you have a waterfall, also where you have agile, and you where you want, okay, okay, sometimes the flexibility will be required, and sometimes definitely it will require a structured planning, so that hybrid methodology will work. Second thing, lean project management. So it focuses on maximizing the value and minimizing the waste here. Perfect for optimizing the ERP system and improve the efficiency here. And the third, what we call as a scale agile framework. So it is basically useful for the large enterprise and which are following basically the agile methodology, but it is useful for the large enterprise which works with the multiple teams with the multiple departments, and they want to integrate and business, and definitely you achieve their goals. So these are the advanced methodology which is running right now in 2025. So like hybrid tech methodology, we have a lean method, and then we have a SAP, that is scale agile framework. Then coming to the AI powered project management. Now here, definitely now in 2025, AI is completely been adopting in all the industries and in all the various kind of a platform and various kind of a what you can say is in industry, various kind of resources. So here, AI powered project management would be definitely an important part in this 2025. Why? Because AI analyzes the data to optimize the resources. It forecasts the risk and the potential delays, like it gives a predictive analysis where it forecasts the risk and the potential delay. And the task automation, like many repeated tasks with this AI, we can reduce that repeated tasks, and the task would be done directly by the AI. So definitely adoption of the AI would be an important part for many industry right now, and every software has been right now enabled with the AI technology. So this kind of methodology will be definitely in upcoming and would be definitely mostly adoptable or highly demanded particular technology, which will be which I think that yes, this would be uh, mostly adopted in 2025. And this is best definitely for the ERP projects with where a complex requirement, where they need some forecasting, where they need to have a decision making, where they don't require any human errors has to be occurred, and where it requires a significant setup environment. So definitely AI powered project management would be what we can say as a mind blowing trend in 2025. So how we can choose the right methodology? So there are some factors which we can which we need to consider while selecting the right methodology. Number first is the project scope. So whether that project is whether it's a fixed, or definitely we can understand, yeah, their requirements would be changing, or would be again they will be adding something, the new requirements, or they require the flexibility to modify or adopt that particular changes in the requirement. So first we need to understand the project scope. Second, we need to understand the client requirement, whether how this client is involvement, the client requirement and the involvement, sorry. So involvement means or whether this client would be actively or passively participation here. It means whether the stakeholders, the project champion, the end users would be completely involved in this particular project. So we need to understand, okay, how this client involvement, because definitely this client involvement will affect our ERP implementation. So accordingly, we need to adopt which methodology we need to follow. Then we have a like how this project, like what is the nature of the project, how the deliverables cycles, or what are the nature of the deliverables. So whether it's simple, complex, or it would be neutral, maybe sometimes simple, or combination of the both. So we need to understand, and based on that we can apply the right methodology. And then the last point, that is the team size, we need to understand whether it is a small team or whether it is definitely a large scale enterprise, or it is an enterprise level of the project here. So based on that we can choose the right methodology. Like in case of the large enterprise, as I explained you, SIFE environment would be the mostly preferred methodology, where large companies, or where the team members would be the large, and they will be following the agile method, and each department will have their own sprints, and they will be working parallelly and helping the large enterprise where the team sizes increase more than 100, 200, or 500. Then definitely this type of the methodology would be helpful. So it means we need to choose the right methodology, and these are the factors we need to first consider it and then apply accordingly. So it means don't follow the trends like blindly. Mix technology for the large projects, and definitely use of the AI tools and the predictions would definitely foster your team collaborations. So this would be very important here. Yeah, so I hope this video would be helpful to you in understanding which methodology you want to choose here. And thank you so much And if you found as this video to be helpful, please give and like this comment, subscribe my channel and like and comment with your thoughts or questions. And also I would request you to subscribe more amazing content, because if you subscribe here or if you give some comments, I will improve my content here. And thank you so much and see you in the next video. Thank you.